Tonight, a place that brings holiday joy to the region is vandalized, and it's not the first time.
Plus, an early morning crime spree involving kidnapping, assault, and theft led to the death of the suspect in southern Minnesota.
And controlling a deadly disease. As hunters in Minnesota prepare to take to the woods, agencies are asking them to help protect healthy deer from CWD.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. A Grinch has struck Duluth's Bentleyville again.
The holiday light displays organizers say someone came in and spray painted a truck holding decorations. It happened at Bayfront Park sometime over the weekend.
And this is far from the first time something like this has happened. Just last year, Bentleyville reported several incidents of crime and vandalism. That includes $2,500 worth of damage to Bentleyville's gift shop, a group stealing money from a donation bin, thieves breaking a window and stealing electronics near the Santa Claus line, and lastly, stolen equipment during teardown.
Now, Bentleyville's mayor says he has a plan to help curb the crimes. CBS 3's Caitlin Moffitt spoke with him today to see how you can help. Caitlin.
Yeah, Kristen and Tony, Nathan Bentley tells me they're looking to bring in volunteers throughout the evening and overnight hours to have extra set of eyes. They hope these people can walk or drive around Bayfront Park to keep a lookout. While there are security cameras throughout the park, they don't cover the entire grounds. Bentley says the Duluth Police Department is also helping, but they can't cover all hours of the night. Bentley says that's where he hopes the public can come into play.
Well, there's always it's always good to have a second set of eyes going on any venue. So if the public is interested in coming out and spending evenings down there, walking around or driving around, we're looking at that option.
As for exactly how that will work and what kind of hours it will include, Bentley says they're still working out those details. He says it was an idea that stemmed from a meeting this morning, and we have more information on how you can help on our website, cbs3duluth.com. Duluth police are searching for the responsible for this weekend's damage, and you're asked to call police with any information if you have that at all. Back to you.
Thanks, Caitlin. Authorities say the driver who allegedly rear-ended and killed a Moose Lake man was drunk, speeding, and driving with a revoked license. Samuel Moreno was charged with criminal vehicular homicide and DWI in Chisago County Court this morning. Authorities say the 23-year-old was headed north on I-35 near North Branch around 5:30 Friday morning. According to court documents, that's when Moreno rear-ended Joffrey Koloski. The 63-year-old died at the scene, but Moreno allegedly kept driving. Authorities eventually found him lying on the floor of a rest stop bathroom. Deputies say he smelled like alcohol and marijuana and could not answer basic questions. They had to tase Moreno several times when he became violent during that arrest. Blood samples were sent to the BCA for testing. Today, a judge set Moreno's bail at $300,000. He'll be back in court later this month. Court records show Moreno has at least 12 previous driving-related convictions, including driving while impaired, speeding, and careless driving.
Officials in Cottage Grove, Minnesota say a male suspect is dead after a series of crimes that include sexual assault, stealing vehicles, and invading a home this morning.
According to Maplewood police, the incident started around 8 a.m. when a male suspect kidnapped a female victim who was arriving at her workplace in a Twin Cities suburb. The male then reportedly took her to his St. Paul home and he then stole her vehicle and drove to Cottage Grove, second vehicle, from a residence. The suspect entered a residence inside. The victims were able to escape as the suspect's garage. Officials say the suspect crashed the truck shortly after.
The suspect was then encountered, shot, and killed. The female victim in the initial incident, who was bound by the suspect, was able to get free and contact police. The Minnesota.
Tomorrow is General Election Day in Duluth, with the polls opening up at 7 a.m. Duluthians can vote on the mayoral, city council, school board, and Noli is challenging incumbent Emily Larson in the race for mayor. The city council at-large race features Mike Mayo and Derek Medved, as well as incumbents Noah Hobbs and Eric Forsman. The at-large race will have two winners. CBS 3's Jesse Slater will be breaking down the city council at-large race tonight at 10.
Dave joins us for a quick peek at weather. Dave, couple flakes in and around Duluth, but Kristen was saying they got a nice covering up on the Iron Range today.
Yeah, towards International Falls, 2 inches of snow fell, so the general range was anywhere from a trace to 2 inches, and there's a chance for a little more tonight. If you look towards Michigan, that's the low-pressure trough that brought snow earlier this morning. Now there's a low-pressure system and a cold front coming that could keep the snow showers going till about midnight tonight, and that cold front then will allow things to chill down. Tomorrow morning, wake-up temperatures, the kids get out to the bus, bundle them up. It'll only be 16 here in the Twin Ports, not much warmer, a little bit cooler for the rest of the region. But the high pressure that's coming in behind this cold front will make things mostly sunny by noon, sunshine at 25, mostly sunny and 28 degrees at 3 p.m. So it'll be a very beautiful day, even if it is a chilly one. Will conditions stay like this for the rest of the week, or do we have bigger snows and bigger warm-ups coming our way? We'll fire up the 7-day and show you in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, it's hard to believe, but deer hunting opener is on the horizon here in Minnesota. And with that comes a new rule for hunters in our region, and it has to do with protecting the rest of the state's deer population from a deadly disease.
We're talking about Zone 604, which includes areas of Aitkin and stretches as far as Brainerd. CBS3's Gamio Hall met with officials today to find out what hunters need to know heading into the weekend.
I'm currently in Aitkin, Minnesota, where the DNR has laid out a new set of rules ahead of this weekend's firearm deer season opener. Now, whether you're traveling in from outside Zone 604 or you're inside the zone right now, you're going to want to take notice. Aitkin Area Wildlife Manager Russell Rice says it all stems from an incident last winter in which a wild deer in the area tested positive for chronic wasting disease. The DNR's response setting a 15-mile parameter around where that deer was spotted and establishing it as hunting zone 604. In 604, hunters will be required to take their deer carcass in for mandatory CWD testing, and for those planning to take the deer carcass outside the zone, a not detected test must be confirmed first. In laying out these new regulations, the DNR's hope is to stop the spread of CWD.
If we don't go after this and try and keep this in check, it's just a matter of time. It will be in every deer hunter's backyard. But we're still early enough here that we think both in this location and in the state in general that, we can have positive impacts by being this aggressive and working this hard on them.
This zone went into effect earlier this year, which means it had been in place during the state's archery and youth hunt seasons. Of the near 700 samples the DNR has taken so far, Rice says 0 have come back positive. DNR officials say they hope to see that trend continue as this weekend's opener is upon us.
Thanks, Gamio. The Minnesota firearm deer season opener begins this Saturday. For more information on the new rules, you can head on over to our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Meanwhile, Wisconsin wildlife officials say hunters killed slightly fewer bears in 2019 than they did in 2018. The Department of Natural Resources said today that preliminary data shows hunters took 3,648 bears. That's down about 30 from last year. However, kills increased by 36% across the southern two-thirds of the state over 2018, while harvest in the north central region was up 20%. More than 120,000 hunters applied for either a bear permit or a preference point for the 2019 season.
Travelers from the Northland have a new way to connect with flights out of the cities. Sun Country Airlines launched its new partnership with shuttle service Landline today. People can check in at Duluth International Airport, ride the Landline bus to MSP, and then catch their Sun Country flight. The Sun Country CEO says they started selling tickets last week, and so far it's been a popular option.
And the process, I think what really surprises people is how convenient it is to arrive on a bus and then move through security and go right into your flight. And because you can check your bag right here in Duluth, you don't have to touch it in Minneapolis. We'll handle it for you, and it'll be at your destination in Cancun or wherever you're headed.
Sun Country has more than 50 destinations from MSP. Landline buses feature Wi-Fi, drinks and snacks, and staff.
Well, if you're looking for a new place to try out for lunch, you're in luck. Eat Downtown Week starts today and runs through Saturday. It's all a part of an annual tradition by the Greater Downtown Council, encouraging community members to visit the downtown area. 14 different restaurants are participating in the event, where you can enjoy a menu that features multi-course meals at a fixed price of $10 lunches and $25 dinners. For a list of participating restaurants, head on over to our website. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, majoring in marijuana. Some colleges are giving that option to students. Details after the break.
Today we were only 5 degrees cooler than normal. Tomorrow will be about 10 degrees cooler than normal. And the cold front coming tonight could stir up some more snow showers. We'll talk about how long that will last coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland, helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
You already know that Cary Toyota Superior is a great place to buy and service your vehicle, but we have a lot more to offer every driver and not just people with Toyotas. We have the Yakima line of products for the adventure seekers, including roof racks, bike and kayak racks, and cargo carriers. We also have running boards, bed steps, and Axis brand tonneau covers like I put on my truck. And for those of you who like a clean vehicle, we have professional detailing services and all-weather floor liners from Toyota and WeatherTech. Cary Toyota Superior, we have something for every driver.
Fix it right.
When you board a DTA bus, you become a part of history. From the days when we started traveling 11 blocks on the first horse-drawn trolley to servicing over 45 million riders in 1919, we've always been there, bringing trust, safety, and reliability to the people of the North. Today, we are one of the most technologically advanced transit systems in the country. The confidence in our past gives us the courage to drive forward.
Welcome to my courtroom. First time?
Yes, Your Honor.
How am I doing?
Tough question.
Oh, that's my mother.
Arson case starts today. Carmichael's mother's on the witness list.
Never heard of a judge doing this.
A new All Rise, tonight at 9/8 Central on CBS.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Here's a picture coming out of Chisholm this morning from my old college friend, John Thompson. He's a little older than me, so he's probably getting a little bit shakier than me at our advanced age here. So the picture's a little bit blurry, but yeah, there's the snow this morning in Chisholm. Like we mentioned with Chisholm native Kristen Vaki a few minutes ago, around our region, the snow totals went from about a trace like here in Duluth to 2 inches up towards the Canadian border. And with the cold front coming to call tonight, there's a chance for a little more of that stuff falling to the ground till about midnight. Then after that, the cold air comes calling and we'll be dropping into the teens for our overnight lows. Right now at the airport in Duluth, it's much milder comparatively at 33 degrees with a relative humidity reading of 70%. Westerly, northwesterly winds going 12 miles per hour, and the air pressure's at 1,016 millibars, or 29.9 inches of mercury. That number likely will be increasing then tomorrow as high pressure takes over to bring us some sunshine. It'll be chilly, but very pretty tomorrow with a mostly sunny sky. Current temps include 32 in Watersmeet, 30 in Ironwood, 32 to 33 from Ashland to Hayward, and then when we go back down to 32 towards Solon Springs. Superior not reporting in right now, but low 30s in Moose Lake and 30 straight up to Harbors. Upper 20s already in Hibbing, mid 20s in Grand Rapids, low 20s for International Falls. Again, teens possible tonight, and tomorrow's daytime highs probably only the 20s. This cold snap will last for a few days. All right, what we have to our east when we see snow in the UP, that's from this morning's low pressure system that brought those snow showers. Coming in from the northwest right now, low pressure system right about here and a cold front. So we see a few snow showers indeed popping up right now and could continue to do so for about the next 6 hours. But once this low pressure system leaves, well, a chilly style of weather, but a pretty one, like I mentioned, is coming our way for tomorrow. Higher pressure builds in behind the cold front. It will indeed be chilly, but plenty of sunshine will be on tap. Perhaps for much of the rest of the week, we don't have any big major snowstorms coming our way this week. Just a couple of chances for some snow showers, and they're not very impressive ones at that. Tonight in Minnesota, we fire up the forecast, and it says low temps inland about 12 to 16, maybe as warm as 20 by the lake. 30% chance for more of that light snow that we were talking about. It's about a 30 to 40% chance for Wisconsin and the UP, with mid to upper teens for lows in that part of the country. And then for tomorrow in Wisconsin and the UP, it'll be mostly sunny, but your high temps go only about 28 to 30 degrees. The normal is about 10 degrees warmer than that. So we'll be chilly. Chilly in Minnesota too. Low to mid 20s, maybe upper 20s inland. 30 is possible by the lake for Minnesotans. Eyeing up the extended forecast here. The high pressure hits us on Tuesday, brings us a mostly sunny sky. Then another low pressure system from the west slowly approaches, and we slowly get clouds to increase. We go to partly cloudy on Wednesday, then partly sunny on Thursday, then mostly cloudy come Friday. Minnesota deer opener Saturday, when folks hope for tracking snow. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get much. 30% chance for flurries on the high. Rockets all the way back up to 34 above. If only for a short while, because we drop back to the 20s for Sunday and Monday. Those 2 days also hold on to light snow chances, but they're only 30% shots all 3 days.
Well, at least Saturday is one of the warmer days of the week for,
Deer hunting, Kristen.
I know,
deer
but,
hunting, get cold.
For those of us who aren't in the deer stand.
Yeah, so if you think 34 is a warm spell, run with that and make yourself happy.
We have to go with that now, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Some students study engineering or business in grad school, and now some universities around the country are starting to offer courses in medical marijuana.
Interesting. Nicole Killian reports from the country's first program in Maryland.
Brandon Coleman works at this dispensary, but his interest in medical cannabis is also personal. He uses it to treat his epilepsy.
That's a unique perspective because I can take what I use on a daily basis and apply it to other people's conditions.
This is the product in its raw form.
Exactly, and this is what we would call flower or bud.
From weed to joints.
So this is an example of a pre-roll.
And edibles.
It tastes like half and half lemonade and tea put together.
He oversees the inventory, but now wants to take his career to a new high.
So I kind of build that foundation of legitimacy and educating patients on a daily basis.
He's among 150 students taking part in the country's first master's program in medical cannabis.
I'm legit.
There is a significant need for medical cannabis education.
Most pharmacists do. Dean Natalie Eddington says the 2-year program at the University of Maryland School of Pharmacy is for novices and professionals.
I think we have 6,000 or so regular patients that come through our doors.
It covers everything from drug policy to clinical care and the science behind 2 compounds found in marijuana.
How CBD or THC or both are used in the treatment of certain disease states, and to know the drug-drug interactions.
33 states and the District of Columbia have legalized some form of marijuana, and business is budding. The number of full-time cannabis jobs is projected to surpass the 200,000 mark this year.
How much of a knowledge gap do you feel is in this industry
It's
right
huge.
now?
It's huge, and that's why this program is so monumental.
A monumental step in the medical marijuana field that's only expected to grow.
Students will not work with the marijuana plant because it is illegal to do so under federal law. The program meets once a semester, and the majority of the coursework is done online.
All right, Kelly's here now for a look at sports. What's going on?
Yes, lots going on this week. Big weekend ahead for UMD men's hockey, and not a great day for the Minnesota Vikings yesterday. We'll have more from yesterday's outcome coming up next.
The 2020 Yamaha XTR editions at RJ Sport and Cycle.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota, home of the largest selection of SUVs in the Northland. Visit KohlerToyota.com for 50th anniversary specials.
My name is Alicia. One of the benefits of Profile has been referring friends. The best part has been watching friends of mine and other people that I know join the Profile program and have similar success and also start to feel great about themselves.
It's Truck Month in the Northland, where we take on every tough job, any rough terrain, and no matter what comes our way, we keep on trucking. Yeah, we're tougher up here, and there's only one brand of truck built to keep up. During Truck Month, get up to $9,250 cash back on a Ford F-150 or lease F-150 for just $299 a month. Only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Your hands are cold, your feet are cold, you're freezing. Let Northwest Outlet warm you and your family up this winter. Nobody carries more inventory of the North Face and Columbia and has the colors, styles, and sizes in fit to 5X than Northwest Outlet. Winter hats, we have thousands of them. Keep your hands warm with gloves, mitts, liners, even choppers. Have warm feet with darn tough and smart wool socks, thousands to choose from. Winter footwear, we have all the styles and brand names you want. Shop Northwest Outlet Superior for your winter clothing, where layaways are welcome.
I know people love the dish remote. It's great. So why build in the Google Assistant? I mean, who really needs a TV remote that can turn the thermostat up,
change temperature to 72,
the lights down,
dim lights,
and still access their DVR?
play video?
Actually, some people could absolutely use a remote like that. The new Dish Voice Remote. Dish, tuned in to you.
Okay, I'm just gonna get it.
Wait, next.
Okay, yeah.
Got it? Okay, ready, set, go. A square. A house. A picture.
White House.
I said
Painting.
picture first. That's
Picture
not
frame.
it. Photograph. A drawing.
TV.
Danny's got it. Team walker. Picture frame. Oh. Oh, that.
Weird.
Good job. Okay, who's next?
What?
Okay, who's next? Team walker.
Oh, wait, you got it? Oh,
Where's my
you got it.
I thought it was
Don't give me that look, Hunter.
Okay.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
A person.
Cattle.
Bowl soup.
Very bad spoon. Wait
Sounds like a Charlie, actually.
a minute. I drew like a bowl with something.
Profile is a really unique program, and we're backed by one of the biggest health systems in the world, designed by physicians and researchers, and we're able to actually guarantee that our members are going to lose weight. Trust in the plan. We guarantee that you're going to lose 15% of your weight in 1 year.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Another week, another change in the latest national polls for the UMD men's hockey team. Things were out of their control this past weekend as the team was on a bye. They do move down a spot in the latest USCHO polls. Previously, the Dogs were at number 6. Here is a look at the top 10 teams in the latest poll. Denver remains at the top spot with an 8-0 undefeated record. Minnesota State moves down to number 3. Not pictured, Omaha enters the rankings as the 20th overall team. The Mavericks start the season 4 1-1. And speaking of Denver, the Bulldogs get their first taste of NCHC action this weekend. And what better way than to welcome the #1 team in the country? The Bulldogs host the Pioneers Friday and Saturday on My 9 Sports. The women's team comes off a huge weekend at home, getting their second sweep of the season over St. Cloud State, winning 3-2 on Friday and getting an impressive 6-0 shutout on Saturday. Goaltender Maddie Rooney gets her second shutout of the season with a 6-0 win. The team is up in the latest USCHO polls. They check in at number 9 this week, previously number 10. They are off this week before heading to Ohio State the next. You'll notice Minnesota takes the top spot away from the Badgers after they sweep Wisconsin at home this weekend. And speaking of Minnesota, if you haven't tuned into SportsCenter at all, you may have not seen this filthy goal from Minnesota's Amy Potomac. Potomac delivers the between-the-legs shelf shot right past Wisconsin goaltender Kristen Campbell on Saturday. Minnesota would get the shootout win to tie the series. They also handed the Badgers their first loss of the season on Friday. Minnesota and UMD meet at the end of November at Amsoil Arena, in case you were wondering. Well, we are in the season of state tournament time for high school athletics. This past weekend, the state cross-country meet had a huge showing from the Northland in Class 1A on Saturday down in Northfield, Minnesota. On the boys' side, Greenway's Gino Urbaum claimed his second straight state championship, first place finish, and setting a Class 1A record with a time of 15 minutes, 27 seconds. Greenway as a team finished 9th. Cameron Stock of Virginia finished 6th overall as just a freshman, the youngest finisher in the top 41 overall finishers. Luke Olson from Ely finished right behind him in 7th place. And in Class 1A in the girls' race, Ava Hill of Mesabi East capped off her senior year with a 4th place finish. Mesabi East finished 10th overall as a team. Keegan McAuliffe of Duluth Marshall finished in 16th place. A huge congrats to all the finishers at a state meet. Well, the Minnesota Vikings left fans with a lot of questions after yesterday's 26-23 loss to Kansas City on the road. It was a final seconds field goal for the Chiefs to win it. Kirk Cousins was 19 for 38. The defense recorded 5 sacks, but in the end, it just was not enough.
I feel like you always want a couple plays back, obviously. I'm very curious to see it on, on the tape. But, I feel like, you can always point the finger at ourselves. You always got to point the finger, starting with myself, what I could have done better. If everybody does that on the defense, we'll be good.
Kansas City's a good team.
They are.
So we'll give them that. But there were a lot of questionable things in that game, weren't there?
There sure was.
There
we'll
sure
just wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly.
All right, Dave, cold one out there.
Yeah, cold front coming tonight is going to knock temperatures down into the teens for lows, create some showers of snow till about midnight. But then high pressure backing up the cold front will bring sunshine for Tuesday. That high of 28 is cooler than normal, and frankly, it'll be cooler than normal all week long.
All right, thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you back here at 10.